You're listening to Author Marketing Minute, where self-published authors get real-world marketing advice without the hype. I'm Lynn McGinnis, a marketing strategist with 30 years in the field and nearly a decade in publishing. Each short episode gives you practical, actionable insight to help you build visibility and momentum, because no two author journeys are the same. Today I'm tackling the question I hear more than any other from self-published authors. Is my book the problem, or is it my marketing? This question usually shows up after a few months of disappointing sales, after the launch momentum has faded, after you've posted on social media seemingly endlessly with nothing to show for it. And it carries weight because it's really two fears bundled together. First, the fear that you failed as a marketer, but more importantly, the deeper fear that you've failed as a writer. So here's what I've learned after working with hundreds of self-published authors. Diagnosis comes before tactics. You can't fix what you can't name, and most authors are trying to solve the wrong problem. So let's talk about what the data can actually tell you. If you're checking your KDP dashboard and seeing 0 sales day after day, you probably have a visibility problem. No one knows your book exists, or your book isn't finding the right readers. Visibility isn't just about doing more marketing, it's about showing up in the right places, with the right signals for the right audience. This is the most common situation I see. And while it has many moving parts, it's actually the most addressable because you haven't failed at anything. You just haven't started, or you haven't started in the right direction, or possibly you need to shift directions. If you're running ads and getting clicks but no sales, look at your cover and blurb. People are interested enough to click, but something on your book page isn't converting them. Usually that's packaging, not the story inside. If your reviews are great, but you have no sales momentum, your book is probably fine. Your marketing is either non-existent or inconsistent. Now, here's what I actually find when I work with authors. These problems usually layer. It is rarely just one thing. First, a complete lack of marketing infrastructure. The author published and assumed Amazon's algorithm would just magically sell their book. Amazon is a search engine, not a discovery engine. If no one is searching for you specifically, you're invisible. Second, inconsistent marketing. The author tried some Facebook posts, maybe a newsletter, maybe a pub ad that ran for 3 days. Then they stopped because it wasn't working. Marketing is not a light switch. It's a compounding system. The authors who succeed are the ones who show up every single week for a year, and then 2 years, and then 3. Third, the book isn't as strong as it needs to be. Not the idea, but the execution. It wasn't edited properly, or the pacing is off, or there are choices in the manuscript that maybe undermine the reader experience. And here's what makes this hard. Often all 3 can be true at once. So what do you do? What can you do right now? Ask yourself honestly, have I marketed this book consistently for at least 6 months? Not sporadically, not just at launch, consistently. The answer is no. You don't actually know if you have a marketing problem yet. You simply haven't marketed. Look at your cover next. Look at it next to the top 10 books in your genre. Does it look like it belongs? If not, that's not a book problem. That's a packaging problem. Count your actual reach. How many people have you put your book in front of? If you're relying on organic Amazon traffic alone, that number is likely close to 0. If you haven't reached at least a few thousand potential readers through your own efforts, you don't have enough data to know anything about the book itself. The book itself is usually the last thing to examine, not the first, and then, even then, the book often means polish and packaging, not your fundamental ability to tell a story. Most authors who come to me don't have a talent problem, they have a diagnosis problem. They're trying to solve for the craft when they need to solve for consistency. Or they're pouring money into ads when they need a better cover. You can't fix what you can't name. And sometimes You just can't name it from the inside. Thanks for listening to Author Marketing Minute with me, Lynn McGinnis. If today's tip helped you get a little more visible, share this episode with another author who needs it. For more resources and support, visit lynnmcg.com. And remember, no two author journeys are the same.